The human body is a complex and highly organized structure. It is built from trillions of cells that work together in a coordinated manner. These cells are not randomly scattered throughout the body. They are organized into distinct levels of increasing complexity. This hierarchical organization ensures the efficient functioning of the human body. The tissue level represents the third level in this structural hierarchy. It is positioned between cells and organs. Cells form the most basic level. Tissues are the next step up in complexity. Organs are composed of different tissues working together. A tissue is defined as a group of similar cells that work together to carry out a specific function. For example, muscle tissue is composed of muscle cells that contract to produce movement. Tissues are the building blocks of organs and organ systems. The human body relies on four primary types of tissues: epithelial, connective, muscle, and nervous. Each tissue type has unique characteristics and functions that contribute to the overall health and well-being of the organism. Epithelial tissue, also known as epithelium, forms the covering of all internal and external surfaces of the body. It serves as a protective barrier against the external environment. Think of it as the body's first line of defense. Epithelial tissue is like a tightly woven sheet, with cells closely packed together and very little space between them. The primary function of epithelial tissue is protection. It shields the underlying tissues from injury, dehydration, and harmful substances. Epithelial tissue also plays crucial roles in secretion, absorption, excretion, and filtration. It lines organs such as the stomach and intestines, where it secretes digestive juices and absorbs nutrients. Examples of epithelial tissue include the skin, which protects us from the environment, and the lining of the respiratory tract, which traps foreign particles and prevents them from reaching the lungs. The endothelium, a specialized type of epithelium, lines the blood vessels and helps regulate blood flow. Connective tissue is the most abundant and diverse type of tissue in the human body. It provides support, protection, and structure to other tissues and organs. Connective tissues bind structures together. They also provide support and protection. Connective tissue is characterized by the presence of cells scattered within an extracellular matrix. This matrix, composed of fibers and ground substance, is secreted by the connective tissue cells themselves. The composition of the matrix determines the properties of the connective tissue. Examples of connective tissue include bone, cartilage, blood, adipose tissue, and ligaments. Bone provides structural support and protection. Blood transports oxygen and nutrients throughout the body. Adipose tissue stores energy and insulates the body. Cartilage provides cushioning and support in joints. Muscle tissue is responsible for movement in the body. It is composed of cells that can contract, generating force and causing motion. Muscle tissue is highly vascularized. This means it has a rich blood supply. This is essential for providing the oxygen and nutrients needed for muscle contraction. There are three types of muscle tissue: skeletal, smooth, and cardiac. Skeletal muscle is attached to bones and is responsible for voluntary movements like walking, running, and lifting objects. Smooth muscle is found in the walls of internal organs such as the stomach, intestines, and blood vessels. It controls involuntary movements like digestion and blood pressure regulation. Cardiac muscle is found only in the heart and is responsible for the rhythmic contractions that pump blood throughout the body. Muscle tissue is essential for a wide range of bodily functions. These functions include locomotion, digestion, breathing, and circulation. The ability to move is crucial for survival, allowing us to escape danger, find food, and interact with our environment. Section 5. Nervous tissue, the body's control center. Nervous tissue is the body's highly specialized communication network. It is responsible for receiving, processing, and transmitting information throughout the body. This information is in the form of electrical impulses. Nervous tissue is composed of two main cell types: neurons and neuroglia. Neurons are the functional units of the nervous system. They transmit electrical signals over long distances. Neuroglia, also known as glial cells, provide support and protection for neurons. They also help to maintain the environment around neurons. The brain, spinal cord, and peripheral nerves are all composed of nervous tissue. The brain acts as the control center, receiving and processing sensory information and sending out motor commands. The spinal cord relays information between the brain and the rest of the body. Peripheral nerves carry signals to and from the muscles and organs. Section 6. Tissues working together. Protection, movement, support and communication. Tissues rarely function in isolation. Instead, they work together in a highly coordinated manner to form organs and organ systems. These systems carry out complex functions necessary for life. For instance, the skin, an organ responsible for protection, is composed of multiple tissues working together. The outermost layer, the epidermis, consists of stratified squamous epithelium. It provides a waterproof barrier against the environment. The underlying dermis contains connective tissue, blood vessels and nerves, providing support, nourishment and sensation to the skin. The digestive system provides another example of tissues working together. The digestive tract is lined with epithelial tissue that secretes digestive enzymes and absorbs nutrients. Smooth muscle in the walls of the digestive organs propels food through the tract. Nervous tissue controls the secretions and movements of the digestive system. In the skeletal system, bones composed of connective tissue provide structural support and protection for internal organs. Muscles composed of muscle tissue contract and relax, pulling on bones to enable movement. Nervous tissue transmits signals from the brain to the muscles, controlling the timing and coordination of movements. Section 7. Tissue repair. Restoring the body's integrity. Tissue repair is a vital process that maintains the integrity and functionality of tissues and organs. It is the body's natural response to injury or damage. This process involves a complex interplay of cells, signaling molecules, and extracellular matrix components. The process of tissue repair can be broadly divided into two main types: regeneration and fibrosis. Regeneration refers to the replacement of damaged or lost cells with the same type of cells. This results in the complete restoration of tissue structure and function. Regeneration is common in tissues with high regenerative capacity, such as the liver and skin. For example, in the liver, hepatocytes, the main functional cells, can divide and multiply to replace damaged cells, allowing the liver to regenerate after injury. Fibrosis, on the other hand, involves the formation of scar tissue. This occurs when the damaged tissue is unable to regenerate completely or when the injury is extensive. Fibrosis helps to maintain the structural integrity of the tissue but does not restore the original function. Section 8. When repair goes wrong, fibrosis and its implications. While fibrosis is an essential part of the healing process, excessive or chronic fibrosis can lead to the formation of scar tissue. This can impair organ function. In conditions like liver cirrhosis, repeated injury to the liver, often caused by alcohol abuse or hepatitis, leads to excessive collagen deposition and the formation of scar tissue. This disrupts the normal architecture of the liver, impairing its ability to filter blood and perform other vital functions. Similarly, in the lungs, chronic inflammation, as seen in diseases like idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis, can lead to the progressive buildup of scar tissue in the lungs, making them stiff and reducing their ability to expand and contract properly. This impairs gas exchange and can lead to respiratory failure. Understanding the factors that contribute to fibrosis is crucial for developing new therapies to prevent or reduce excessive scar tissue formation and preserve organ function. Section 9. Tissues essential for life, health and homeostasis. Tissues are the fundamental building blocks of organs and organ systems. They play essential roles in maintaining the body's overall function, health, and homeostasis. Homeostasis refers to the body's ability to maintain a stable internal environment despite external fluctuations. Epithelial tissues provide protection, regulate permeability, and participate in secretion, absorption, and excretion. Connective tissues bind and support other tissues, protect internal organs, and serve as a medium for transportation. Muscle tissues enable movement, generate heat, and maintain posture. Nervous tissues control and coordinate bodily functions, allowing the body to respond to internal and external stimuli. The intricate interplay between different tissues ensures the coordinated functioning of the body. Disruptions in tissue structure or function can lead to a wide range of diseases and disorders. Understanding the structure, function, and repair mechanisms of tissues is therefore essential for maintaining human health and combating diseases.